This is the ITV News at 5:30 with Sascha Williams.
Prince Harry was on the base but was never in danger. Also on the programme, invading Kate's privacy. The French are told, see you in court. And boxer Ricky Hatton comes out of retirement to win back his self-respect. Good morning and welcome to the programme. 2 American Marines were killed in a Taliban attack last night on the massive NATO base at Camp Bastion in Afghanistan. Prince Harry was on the base in Helmand during the attack, but a NATO spokesman says he was never in danger. The Prince is about to start his second tour of duty in Afghanistan and is to be trained to fly in Apache helicopters. President Obama has attended a moving ceremony as the bodies of the American ambassador to Libya and 3 colleagues, all killed in a rocket attack on Wednesday, were brought home. He said they had laid down their lives for their friends, both American and Libyan. And the president vowed that the United States would stand firm against the continuing violent attacks on its embassies across the Muslim world. We have 2 reports. First, here is our Washington correspondent, Robert Moore. Well, British embassies in Muslim countries are braced for fresh attacks by protesters, angered by an anti-Islamic film made in America. Yesterday, the UK embassy in Sudan was attacked and Germany's was set on fire. Sections of the American embassy in Tunis were burned and there was continuing violence in major towns in Egypt. From Cairo, here's our international correspondent, John Irvine. The latest attacks on US embassies abroad present Barack Obama with a painful choice. Should he go on fighting his Republican opponent as a party politician or seek to stay above the election battle as head of state and military commander-in-chief? Robert Moore in Washington sums up the options open to the president. The French magazine, which printed topless pictures of the Duchess of Cambridge on holiday, has shrugged off a threat of immediate legal action. The royal family plan to bring a court case on Monday under the strict French laws guarding the privacy of public figures. Meanwhile, the Duke and Duchess are continuing their tour of Malaysia. Our royal correspondent Tim Hewitt, who's travelling with them, explains that the affair has changed the previously relaxed atmosphere. Tim Hewitt reporting from Malaysia. The state news agency in China says the man who's to become the next Chinese leader has made his first public appearance for 2 weeks. The disappearance of Vice President Xi Jinping has not been explained, but he's now had a meeting with Chinese university students who say he looked fit and well. Well, time for a look at the morning's papers now. And one story making almost all of the front pages, that row over the topless pictures of the Duchess of Cambridge. The Mirror's headline, a quote from Prince William, "I won't let Kate suffer like my mother." And it is a similar plea on the front page of the Mail, which says, "Don't make Kate a new Diana." And the picture there, the paper carries a picture of Diana and Kate in strikingly similar poses. The Sun's front page is dedicated to the decision to sue in the French courts over those photographs. And the headline in the Times, "Royal Patience Snaps." Now, the Telegraph does also have Kate Middleton on the front. The main picture is of her, but the paper also reports that competing exam boards will be abolished under sweeping reforms to GCSE level qualifications to be set out by the coalition. Apparently, there are plans to have just one board setting the questions from now on. Now, the Daily Express says that every household in Britain pays nearly £6,000 a year for our membership of the European Union. It says new estimates by a leading economist reveal Britain is at least £150 billion a year worse off as a result of being tied to Brussels. Now, The Independent leads with the rogue trader in court for almost breaking one of the world's largest banks. It says Kweku Adeboli was just a gamble or 2 away from destroying the Swiss financial giant UBS after fraudulent transactions ran up potential losses of £7.4 billion. The Guardian leads with those spread of the attacks on the embassies in the Middle East, but it also carries a story that the sea ice in the Arctic has shrunk to its smallest extent ever recorded, prompting warnings of accelerated climate change. And love them or loathe them, airport security scanners may be the consumer's best friend after all. The Financial Times says rival entrepreneurs have adapted the technology along with the secrets of Microsoft's Xbox to help online shoppers find clothes that will fit by digitising their bodies to revolutionise the shopping. Now, there's growing anger over the revelation that 41 fans who died in the Hillsborough football disaster could have been saved. The facts emerged from the independent panel report into what happened at the Sheffield Stadium. Steve Kelly thought his brother Michael had died quickly in the disaster, but the new documents contradict that and say Michael was denied even basic medical attention. From Liverpool, Martin Geisler reports. The friends and family of a North Essex teenager stabbed to death at a party paid a moving tribute to him last night. Large crowds gathered as lanterns were lit and sent into the sky at Frinton in memory of 17-year-old Jay Whiston. The A-level student was killed when gatecrashers invaded a private party in nearby Colchester. Police are still searching for the murder weapon. Well, on to football, and Chelsea manager Roberto Di Matteo wants his players to focus on earning a victory against Queen's Park Rangers today and nothing else. QPR defender Anton Ferdinand has indicated he won't shake hands with Chelsea's John Terry after Terry was acquitted of racially abusing him in a match last year. Manchester United manager Sir Alex Ferguson is calling on his team to improve their defending in today's match against Wigan. United have conceded 5 goals in 3 games this season and lie 5th in the table after 2 victories and a defeat. There are 6 other games in the Premier League today. Norwich host West Ham in the lunchtime kickoff. Southampton make their first trip to Arsenal's Emirates Stadium. Aston Villa play Swansea, with both clubs under new managers. Fulham will entertain West Brom. Michael Owen may be back in action when Stoke face Manchester City, and elsewhere Liverpool travel to the Stadium of Light to meet Sunderland. Well, time for the back pages now, and some focus on that QPR-Chelsea match today and whether Anton Ferdinand and John Terry will shake hands. Now, the Star runs the headline, "Your call, Anton," saying the QPR star won't be forced to shake on it. And The Guardian says Mark Hughes has described the pre-match handshake between players as fundamentally flawed and open to prompting disrespect. Now, it also carries a picture of what it says, I'll just hold that up there for you, is the new old guard at Arsenal, for whom things could be looking up. The paper says the last time they started a season with 3 successive clean sheets like this, it was 88 years ago, and then, well, they topped the First Division. Now, The Express says after a week in which the Hillsborough report gave football much-needed perspective, it's time to show some respect. It carries a plea from Roberto Di Matteo that Chelsea and QPR players set an example, and also a plea from Sir Alex Ferguson that United and Liverpool fans end their vile chants about Hillsborough and Munich when the two sides meet at Anfield a week on Sunday. And actually that plea from Fergie also makes the back page of The Sun. Be great, not full of hate. And quickly, just again on the back of the Mirror, which runs the headline, "Let it be." Again, Sir Alex Ferguson calling for the end to the sick chanting between United and Liverpool fans. So that was a quick look at your sporting pages this morning. Also a quick look at the Euro Millions. The numbers drawn in last night's Euro Millions lottery are on the screen now. But Camelot say no one here in the UK scooped the £21 million jackpot. And finally, boxing legend Ricky Hatton has declared his return to the ring is not about money, but about making people proud. His career ended in a short and brutal fashion in Vegas 3 years ago. A defeat by Manny Pacquiao in the first 2 rounds forced him to retire and led to a battle with drug and alcohol. As Damon Green explains, Hatton now wants to redeem himself. And that is the way your news is looking this morning. We'll be back with more at 9:25. Meanwhile, from all of us here, it's goodbye and have a great weekend.